10 years in the making. I've been watching these movies since 2008, and for the first time I'm speechless. Wow. Avengers Infinity War is directed by the Russo brothers, and this is finally what we've been waiting for a decade. Thanos has been teasing us with the Infinity Gauntlet for so long now, and finally at the end of Thor Ragnarok we saw him turn up, and now we get the fruits of the labour. Thanos is here. He wants to fill up the gauntlet and get the 6 Infinity Stones. The Avengers have to work with the Guardians and everyone you have ever seen in the MCU to try and stop Thanos. Now, as you can probably gather, and I've said it 1,000 times before, and judging by the new feature I have on this channel, I am a huge MCU fan. I have been waiting for this for so long. They've been teasing it for so long, and for the first time, for a very long time, after going to the cinema, I went with one of my really good friends, and we were just stunned. Now, the reason I had the biggest reaction to this movie is because it literally rewrote the rulebook on the MCU. It pulls no punches. It starts straight where Ragnarok left off, something that usually MCU movies don't do all that well. They sort of try, but it sort of comes a lot later and maybe doesn't have the same punch that this one definitely does. I was just... This is the face I had in the first 10 minutes of this movie. Every single actor gives it their all in this movie. They really do. You can truly tell this has become a passion project since 2008. A lot of the people that have been there for the longest, i.e. Downey Jr., Evans, Hemsworth, Johansson, absolutely nail it. For me, guys, this is the greatest movie in the MCU so far. It was worth the 10 years waiting and teasing. Now, what most will wonder is when people like Anthony Mackie, who is Falcon, said in an interview, I think it was a Jimmy Kimmel or something, that there is 60 cast members in this movie. What I can tell you all is it's not that dramatic. It's probably around 30. That's still a lot of fucking people to put into the movie. But what I can say, to the Russo's genius credit, is that they use everyone with, I would say, like the perfect amount of screen time, and in conjunction with that, he also uses everything that Kenneth Branagh, that Taika Waititi, that anyone has ever used in any of the MCU movies. They sort of use those as a tribute and never take them and go, we're just going to do our thing because this is our big movie. They understand absolutely, completely, 100% that this is everybody's movie, and they all know exactly what's happened before, and they're not ignorant, they're not stupid towards it. This truly is some incredible directing. It's got to be fucking impossible to do it. You know, when they did Age of Ultron, they complained about the amount of people they had to deal with. This is like twice the amount, and it's so fluid. It works so well. I just can't put fault to it. A lot of these big ensemble castings don't really work, but it got nailed to a T. What I was kind of worried about, especially with things like Guardians of the Galaxy, and especially the newest Thor, is the humour of the movie. Because those movies were so funny and so unique in the grand scheme of things. Yeah, Iron Man and stuff are funny. They have their quips and their humours about them. But the entire movie it will make you laugh and it will make you cry. It has this beautiful balance of putting everything together so well that it was always broken up, but it was never sort of like, oh, this is just in the fucking way. There's, you know, this bit of humour really detracts. Nothing detracts from anything else. It works so well written so well and pieced together so well. I welcomed the humour, I welcomed the sad parts, I welcomed the awesome action, there's plenty of it. I welcomed everything because it worked so well. And when I can appreciate that it worked, I look past the tiny flaws, and they're so minuscule, trust me, there's no point me talking about it in this review, that I just loved every single second of every funny part and every just fucking so fucking good. And can I please give the award for not having a shit villain to Josh Brolin, who finally has broken the Loki curse of being the only good MCU villain. He was so good, so intense. He's a CGI fucking purple guy. You don't see Josh Brolin, you see a giant fuck off Thanos. But he is as good, if not better, than Loki. His intensity, his driven goals. Okay, some of the goals in a lot of MCU movies are just a bit stupid, but Thanos was so intense. A lot of villains you hate. I'm looking at you, Malekith, in the Dark World, you piece of shit. But Thanos was just so good, and a welcome addition to what we needed in the MCU, which is finally a decent villain. I love Loki. He's still going to be the best villain for me, but Thanos is definitely up there with him. Well done, Josh Brolin. You kicked some serious ass being a decent villain. A note to the 15th of May. Please be good as Cable. Please. This movie is exactly what the MCU needed. It shakes things up. It does exactly what you don't think it's going to do. This review has been so vague because I do not want to give anything away. I've gotten up super early to do this review. I need to get it out there. It was just amazing. It done so much for the MCU. It's going to break records. It just fucking is. It's just, there's no way of getting around it. With all this being said, guys, I'm going to give Avengers Infinity War a 5 out of 5. Obviously, duh. So there you have it, guys. There is my take on Avengers Infinity War. Now, if you have seen the movie and are a huge fucking Marvel fan like me, please let me know what you thought. I would love to know. Just let me know down in the comments. I'd love to talk all things Marvel. So check out my first video for That Ginger Guy Talks Marvel. There'll be a lot more, and now the 10 years has sort of taken shape. I'm really going to start talking about that a lot more. So please wait for all that stuff. I cannot wait to talk about it. Before you guys go, please don't forget to like, share, tell your friends, press subscribe. You all know the drill. This is your friendly neighbourhood ginger guy saying, Ginge out.